Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Whatever time y'all are tuning in, I certainly appreciate y'all are here. Today's video, guys, is knife of the week. Sorry about getting it so late. I've been cutting grass and weed eating. I even had a visitor come over, and guess what they done? They brought me a couple of knives. Mr. Bruce Manussi, I've been knowing him for a long time. His family moved up here from Florida years ago. Just a great guy. He knows how to lay concrete, do blocks. He knows a lot about everything. He really does. He's just a great guy, great family. And I gave him a knife. Me and him was talking one day, and he said that he's been looking for one of them slide knives. And I told him I don't know, it's about that long. I don't forget who made it, but it was made in 1957. It's got the date on it, but it's like a little razor blade. You slide out. And he said he's been looking for one for a long time. I said, well, I got one. I gave him one at the baseball field, and he said he's got some knives to give me, and he come across them, and he brought them over here today. And one of them is a Camillus. It's like a camp knife. There it is right there. But it's got the short line tang stamp right there. It's got the little short line up under the Camillus right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Here it is right here. But it's a great knife. We're going to look in my book to see if that's in there. But the other one I know is a military knife, and it's USN Mark II. There it is right there, but you see the handle. He said he's had this knife for 35 years, and it's got RCC. I believe it's a Robeson Cutlery Company. I really do. There's RCC right here, right there, RCC. And then it's got USN Mark II right out up here on this side. We're going to look at it close when we look at Knife of the Week over here. But ain't this cool, guys? And I do have a K-bar repair kit. That's all this is a K-bar. But this actually is pinned here. I'm going to take this pin out, take that off, and then replace the leather on this here. But it's a very, very good knife still. It's just the leather's rotten, and we got a little bit of rust built up on the handle, the metal tang of the handle. Very cool. But Mr. Bruce, buddy, thank you so much for these knives. I appreciate it. I've got to do a little bit of research on these, but I love them. I really do, and I'll be cleaning them up real soon. Hopefully be doing a repair on the handle, because I do have a K-bar repair kit or handle replacement kit. But anyway, guys, today's knife of the week is the Trapper. We're going to talk about the history of the Trapper. We're going to look when they first were made. There's a toss-up I read where there's two companies claim to have made the Trapper first. I'll be sharing all that with you. And it's just going to be a great day in the knife shop, guys. Again, I apologize for the video being out so late, but I figured I need to go ahead and cut grass and weed eat, and then get my video done. So that's what I've done. Okay, now, guys, we're going to let Miss Barlow tell us about the Trapper knife. Then we're going to go over at the table and look at some awesome Trapper knives, part of my collection. So I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in today, and I hope you enjoy the video.
G'day y'all, Miss Barlow here, and this week we're shining the spotlight on a knife that didn't just help shape America, it skinned it, sliced it, and gutted it too. I'm talking about the Trapper knife. This ain't just any old pocket knife. The Trapper's been in the pockets of cowboys, hunters, trappers, and hard-working folk for over a century. Why? Because it was built to do the job. What was the Trapper designed for? Let me tell you, this knife wasn't made for opening Amazon boxes. The Trapper knife was designed for fur trappers and ranchers working in the American wild. They needed a knife that could skin animals cleanly, castrate livestock without injury, handle camp chores, cutting rope, slicing meat, and everything in between. That's why the Trapper has two blades, a clip point blade, precise and sharp for slicing, skinning and whittling, a spay blade, with a rounded, blunt tip so you don't puncture anything by mistake while working up close. Especially handy when you're working below the belt, if you know what I mean. Simple, effective, no nonsense. Who made the first trapper? Now here's where folks start arguing like cousins at a family reunion. Case Brothers Cutlery out of Little Valley, NY, was one of the first to produce trapper-style knives in the early 1900s. But in 1912, a fire burned their factory to the ground. They tried to recover, but by 1914, they were all but done. They rebuilt, but never fully got going again. That's when W.R. Case & Sons, run by the same family, but a separate business, stepped up and carried the torch. By the 1920s, they were cranking out early versions of the 6254 Trapper, which would go on to become their flagship pattern. Meanwhile, Union Cutlery, later known as Kabar, was also making similar two-blade knives for trappers and hunters. There's no doubt both had a hand in the design. But let's be honest, open quote, W.R. Case & Sons made the trapper famous, close quote. Pattern breakdown, 61048, slim, single-blade clip point, 6248, slimline trapper with clip and spay, 6254, the heavy-duty, full-size trapper, two blades, built like a tank, and still in production today. Ms. Barlow's final word, the trapper knife wasn't made to sit pretty in a shadow box. It was made to work, and work hard. Whether you're a collector, a rancher, or just someone who appreciates a good knife when you feel one, the trapper deserves its spot in your pocket and in your story. So give that 6254 a polish, toast the bone if it's looking dull, and carry it proud. You're carrying a piece of American grit and knife-making history.
Okay guys, I'm thinking that this is a Robeson Cutlery Company. You see that RCC? I think that's what that stands for. You see it is a U.S. Navy Mark II right there, see there? So this is going to be a fun project, guys. See that pin right there? Some of them were just put down and that was beat down, and this held it in place. It didn't have a pin, but it was like a pin head up here, or it was like a wider area holding this on. But then they started using pins right here. So all I got to do is knock that pin head off and punch it out, take that off, take the leather off and put the new leather on. The kit I got even comes with a pin to re-put that back on. So this is going to be a fun project, guys. Ain't nothing wrong with that blade. This is a World War II knife. And this one here is actually right there, small line Camillus. I believe that was 40 to 46. Here it is right here. This knife's in great shape. All it needs is the handles will be redone. Very, very cool. But I just want to thank Mr. Bruce Manussi again for stopping by and giving me these knives. I love them. Thank you, Mr. Bruce. Okay, guys, here are some of my trappers from my collection. We're going to show these two last because these are my baby dolls right now. This is probably the oldest one I got. This is the Case X's Under Red Bone. It's the slimline trapper, or they call it a farmer's knife. It's a great little knife, great shape too. You see that's X's Under, and it does have the pattern, so it's probably made between 49 and to 65, but it is a great knife. I love that red, that little white streak in there. This is a almost mint slimline trapper. I absolutely love this knife. Beautiful piece. It's got great carbon steel. The blade's in great shape. But this is probably the oldest trapper I got right there. Slimline trapper, farmer's knife. If it was a two-blade, it would have been called a farmer's jack, or a slimline trapper as well. That's what the book says. But this one here I bought up in Catala, Georgia. I couldn't remember the name. So they got that strawberry red. I absolutely love that red bone. This is a 2017. You see, this is the 6254 pattern. Beautiful knife. This one here is a 61048. You can barely see the 61048 right there. If it had two blades, it'd been 62048. Because 6 is the handle material. The next number would be the number of blades, and then the last three numbers or last two numbers is the pattern of the knife. Now this here is a Bear & Sons. Look how pretty this thing is. Stag. Ain't that beautiful? This is a an older one too, right here. Probably from the 90s, I think, or the 2000s. Made in Jacksonville, Alabama. Bear & Son. And this is another Bear & Son. This is actually one from it come from Deep South Cutlery. Bear & Son made these for them. Beautiful piece. Love it. And this one here is actually the red letter case. I have the whole set thanks to Mr. Dave Antes. He sent me this whole set of the letter. But look at that stag. But this is part of the red letter set. It's like the blue scroll and the great etching. But this is called the red letter, and it's from 1978. Look at that stag right there. Ain't that beautiful? But every two-blade trapper has the spade blade and the clip point. And it's the 52-54 pattern. 5 is for stag. Again, 2 is the number of blades, and 54 is the pattern number for the knife shape. But love that stag right there. Beautiful, ain't it? And this one here is just a trapper lock. This was given to me by my wife for Christmas back in 2008. See there? Ain't that cool? She bought it from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I think this is the first year of the trapper lock. 6154. Again, 6 is for bone, 1 is for the number of blades, and 54 again is the pattern of the style of knife. And then the L is for lock, S is for stainless steel. Absolutely gorgeous knife right there. And this is just a one that I think I traded Mr. Eric for this knife. I gave him a lever action Boker tree brand. It was blue switchblade, beautiful knife, and I wanted this one here. That's cool, ain't it? I love the American flag. That one is a 2022. No, it's 2023. I'm sorry. But again, it's got the clip point blade, and it's got the spade blade. Ain't that cool? Now this one here is an old timer, guys. This is a rare knife. You don't see them very often. I've yet to clean this one up. I don't forgot who sent this one in, but somebody sent that in to me. But look at them blades. The blades in great shape. I really need to take time to clean this thing up. But it's a 96 OT. OT stands for old timer, of course. But Schrade is pre-1981, so this was made in the 70s. But it's got your pair of tweezers here. See? Built in, and it's also got your straight pin blade. See there? Ain't that cool? It's a rare knife. You don't see these very often at all. But it's got that saw cut Darren. I love this. Old Timer is my favorite brand of Schrade. It really is. I love old timers. And now these next two are my absolute baby dolls right now, especially this one here. This one here, this sheath was, knife slip was made by Mr. Jerry Phillips. Great guy. Here he is right here, but he made me this knife slip. He gave it to me up there at the Danville, Kentucky Knife Show. If y'all remember this one here, this one cleaned up really good. I found it down in Panama City. You'll be seeing this knife for a while. But it's got CV steel, but this is a 2009. You see that one little star right there. Back in 2000, they did dots and stars, and they take away the dots first. But that's one star left, so it's 2009. So again, it's got the spade blade, and it's got the it's got the spade blade, and it's got the clip point blade. But if y'all remember, I added them fake pins to that shield. It looks good, don't it? I love it. I really do. It cleaned up really good. Them handles are beautiful. But I've been carrying it ever since I cleaned it up, guys. I love this little knife slip that Mr. Jerry Phillips made. Love that. It fits it like a glove. But this one here, guys, is my absolute favorite. Now, this slip was given to me by Knife Crazy and Carolina Knives. That is, Knife Crazy is Mad Hounds, which is Wade's son. Carolina Knives is Mr. Crawford. That's Matt's son, which is Wade's grandson. So, very cool. They gave me this slip a good while ago, but I carry this knife in this slip here. And this is my baby doll here now. I fell in love with this one. This is a 83 body. The frame is an 83. I had to cut that pin and cut this pin because one of the blades was whittled down, and I think the main blade was broke, and the spade blade was whittled down so bad. But it was a great body. The bone, it wasn't cracked or anything. And when I was out in Wiggins, Mississippi, a gentleman gave me an old 2012 Trapper. The handles were gone, and the frame was kind of messed up as well, but the blades were good. So I took the 2012 blades and put them in this 1983 frame here, and it turned out to be an absolutely gorgeous. I replaced that pin and sanded the bone down, and it's absolutely a gorgeous knife. I love it, man. Blades are in great shape, but you see that's a 2012. Again, when they do that, guys, when they have dots and X's, they take away the dots first. But this is my baby doll here now. Beautiful piece. But I appreciate these slips too, these knife slips. I have them. I've been carrying these two for a good while now. Well, ever since I've been carrying this one for a good while, off and on. But ever since I cleaned this one up, I've been carrying these two for about a week now. I love it, I really do. Love both slips. I love both knives. When you do knife surgery the way I did on these two, you kind of connect to them, or at least I do. I'm connected to these two right now. This one I'll be connected forever because I did major surgery on this one. This one here was just a facelift and putting a shield on. Good stuff though. Good stuff. Well, guys, that is part of my Trapper collection. I'm going to show you another knife that I've really fallen in love with, and Mr. Jerry Phillips gave me this knife sheath too. It's actually, I think that is actual alligator hide. But look at this knife here. It's still tied up in there. We go. It's the 53 47 pattern, I think it is. We'll have to look. But you see the stag there, but I toasted that side. Absolutely, I've been carrying that knife too ever since I got that slip. Love that slip. But check that out, y'all. Ain't that beautiful? Love them lines and that stag. But this side was just bleached out. I toasted it, but look at that side. Pretty, ain't it? But I really like the square bolsters better than I do the round bolsters. So I'm gonna be looking for me some more of these. I think this is the 5340. No, I'm sorry. It is the 53032 pattern. I think the 032 pattern is the square bolsters. See, I like it. This come out of the collection I bought up in Millbrook, Alabama from Mr. Lamar. Beautiful knife. Anyway, then let's get back off this knife because I really like that knife. I like that knife sheath. Anyway, guys, that is part of my Trapper collection. And don't forget about these two. I just picked up two. This was up there. This is the mini Trapper right here. made in Alabama, Parker Edwards up there in Jacksonville. Actually been to that plant. And this one here is one for Lottie Ann. I just picked this up in Fairmount, Georgia. I'll be giving that to Lottie Ann here. That's one of my granddaughter twins. That's a nice knife too. Okay, guys, now I'm done. But anyway, just want to share this, guys. And Trapper is the knife of the week, and I absolutely love that pattern. I really do. Well, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video today. The Trapper, guys, is this was actually the first knife I've ever seen. This is not my daddy's knife, but don't forget I'll be repairing my daddy's knife this week. I'm going to be taking the bone handle off that 62048 X's under knife that I got from Mr. Scotty Smith, and I'll be repairing my daddy's knife. I'll be taking one of them scales off and putting it on his knife. But anyway, it's going to be a great day in a knife shop when that happens. I hope it works. But anyway, the Trapper, this was the very first knife I've ever seen, and it was just a great knife pattern to me. But the Trapper knife is just an all-around general purpose working class knife. It really is. It was made for the ranchers, made for the farmers, made for people that trap, the trappers, because of course it was named the Trapper just because it got that spay blade in there. You can castrate with it, you can skin game with it. Just a great knife. It really is. And it's it was made by Americans for Americans, the working class. And I love that. I love the story behind the Trapper. Well, guys, again, thank y'all so much for tuning in today. And I just want to say God bless to each and every one of y'all. Until we meet again, guys, y'all be like a good night. Stay sharp.